What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Junior the Big Dog, your favorite father and son duo covering Miami Hurricanes football and sports. What's up, Big Dog?
Good evening, everybody. Glad for those of you that are here with us early. Eddie, Big Bam, Taz, Hurricane Zoe. Thank you, Zoe, for joining us. Anthony, what do you say, Anthony? Uh, got a few guys in early, like we usually do, and I appreciate you guys being with us early, and hoping to talk some Canes football. And if you are new to us, as always, please subscribe. Hit the notifications bell, hit all so you're notified on every single video that we release. And always hit the like button because it does help us with the YouTube algorithm. And comment, and we always try to respond 100% of our comments. So, but thank you guys for being here this evening. And Demetrius, Austin, got a whole bunch of guys coming on. And good seeing everybody. And hope you guys having a great evening and a great week. So,
how's everybody doing tonight, man? So, yes, today's gonna be a call-in show. We're gonna dedicate most of the show. It's been a while since we had a call-in show, so we figured, why the heck not, man? And it'll be nice to get some new callers, instead of the usual suspects. They could call as well. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with them calling, but I feel like we have the same nucleus of people that try to call sometimes, and it would be nice to talk to some other people, man. Get some different perspectives, some questions that you guys may have. Tonight's gonna be pretty much open, man. So whatever you guys want to talk about when it comes to the University of Miami, or whatever. If you guys want to talk about something else, we could talk about something else, man. Truth be told, we're not gonna gonna act like a lot's been going on since last week, when not much has been going on. But listen, spring ball is right around the corner, so some of the position battles will be interesting to go ahead and talk about and whatnot. But yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about, man. Whatever you guys want to talk about.
Christian Williams says he's new to our show and he loves the show. Thank you so much, Christian. Thank you for joining us. 912 Kane, DeMonte, Mr. HD, Concrete, Saeed, Wesley Shepard, Thomas, Sigmund, all you guys. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. Anthony had a good question. He said, are we excited? Am I excited that the Dolphins might end up with Justin Herbert over Tua Tagovailoa? And Anthony, absolutely. I am big on Herbert. I think he's a much surer bet than Tua, because obviously with Tua, man, he's proven to be brittle. And in the NFL, those hits are going to get worse. They're not going to get easier.
Yeah, but I'm also hearing rumors that the Dolphins are thinking about possibly trading up because they're scared that somebody else is going to grab Tua before they do. Which, if the Dolphins do that,
the Dolphins do not trade up to get a guy who might need a hip replacement in 10 years.
Not just that, but you need to
be. And it's been as brittle as he has been. That would be a huge mistake.
You trade up.
You trade up to get Burrow. I'll trade up to get Burrow.
No, man.
But I'm not trading up to get Tua. I'm not giving anything up for Tua.
Yeah. No, you need to be sure. You need to be 100% sure.
I'd rather stay where we're at and get Herbert. Any day of the week. Yeah, any day of the week.
I'm good at that.
He's bigger. He's proven to be healthy. He's been a proven winner.
Thank you, Raymond.
What's that?
No, just responding to some people here, man.
We got a first time. Had a good question. Austin Keynes. He said, "Do we think that Vince Wilfork is a Hall of Famer?" I 100%. Absolutely do, Austin. You can make a case. Look at the Patriots. The way that they would stop running games up the middle, and that was on Vince Wilfork for a better part of a decade. That he would, shut down. And if you look at throughout his career, the difference in yards per carry with Wilfork in the game and not in the game was huge. I'm talking about like a 2-yard difference in yards per carry. And, yes, he's not going to have those eye-popping stats because a nose tackle isn't going to get those eye-popping stats. But that's a dude that was the epitome of what you wanted a nose guard. And by the way, much quicker than many people gave him credit for. So I absolutely think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, we got the first time donation from, this is the first time I see Big Bam Entertainment. He's $10 donation from Big Bam Entertainment, man. Thank you so much. He says, great show, guys. I am a Kane grad. Congratulations on that, man. That's huge. He says, I'm not falling for the hype. I honestly believe we are going to have a great season.
You have plenty of reason to believe it. Listen,
now you confused me with that one, because what do you mean you're not?
No.
Which hype?
No. He's saying is that it's not hype. That he's falling for the hype. It's that he genuinely believes that we're going to have a great season. He's not getting caught up in it. I think what he means. And I am literally in like the same exact position you're in, because after last season and the historic underachievement of last season, I said, okay, I don't care what happens this offseason. Before I actually start having faith that things are headed in the right direction, I need to see it on the field and need to see it consistently. To a certain extent, I still believe that. But you look at these offseason moves, some of them were very unexpected to me, because I didn't. What Manny showed me in his first season was that he lacked the will to impose it on his team. So I didn't expect him to fire Dan Enos. I didn't expect him to go out and get a Rhett Lashley. And then when you see the De'Aaron King and Quincy Roche and Jose Borregales, and you start seeing all these moves, the guys that we ended up signing late from high school, Keyshawn Smith, Isaac Dunson, you start seeing that quality. You say to yourself, whoa, this is different. And listen, as long as that culture change occurs, I absolutely think we're going to have a good season. But we need to see that culture change. We need to see guys not underperforming, guys focused. And obviously it starts here in another 10 days. We start spring ball. I think those scrimmages are going to say a lot to me in terms of production from the wide receivers who we need to step up. One of the things that has been talked about are us going out and getting Tariq Black from Michigan or Rico Bussey from North Texas. But the most important thing is, listen, we have juniors at wide receiver. Now, they might be redshirt sophomores, but this will be the third year in college. And that's Mark Pope. That's D. Wiggins. They have to take an additional step. You have Mike Harley, who has an additional year of experience. So, but we need to see those guys develop in addition to Jeremiah Payton, coming off that freshman, basically his redshirt. He's a redshirt freshman. And then you have Michael Redding, who's plug and play. Listen, Michael Redding, 6'1", 195, could be our strongest receiver coming in as a true freshman. And then you add to that the other guys. Restrepo is going to be uncoverable in the slot. Daz Worsham, he's more of a possession receiver, but he's also a guy that should be ready to play early. And then you have Keyshawn, who brings you a tremendous amount of speed and also is can be good outside the numbers or in the slot. So the expectations are raised, understandably. I think to an extent, I'm still leery because I need to see it. I need to see it first because, this underachievement that we did last year was so disappointing that it sort of scarred me for life.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't see Hightower coming back, Jose.
Yeah, Big Bam says that's exactly what he meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not the hype. He's actually the differences.
Yeah. Orange and green blood.
Hey, Cohen, it's all about the you. That was for Cohen.
Hope you're having a good evening. Brett, I saw you put this before, Brett. He says, big dog SMU running backs had 300 plus touches. Do you think we come near that in 2020? And if so, I believe your first question as well, Brett, was what do you think our record would be? What do you think the success will be of our offense if we come anywhere close to that?
Oh man, the Gallo Negro with the donation said just wanted to spend with my Kane family. Thank you, Gallo Negro. Thank you, partner, with the donation.
Oh, there it is. Thank you, man. Thank you so much,
Brett.
Appreciate that, man.
I mean, honestly, again, I look at this team and I can't see anything but a 10-win season.
Here we go.
Now,
I said the same thing last year.
That's what I was about to say. I said the same thing last year. And by the way, last year we had that same type of talent that you can make a case that our defense could have taken more of a step back because of what we lost.
Right.
But it wasn't our defense. It was the same issues cropped up again at times, and an inconsistency and a lack of effort.
Yeah, but so, you know what I think the biggest difference is coming into this year, Big Dog, is the fact that those question marks that we had in terms of our youth last year, especially in the secondary on the defense side of the football, I think that an extra year is gonna help these guys out, man. And I think, frankly, I mean, we could dive into the depth chart if you want on who do you think we have in the secondary, but I think the fact, listen, let's just take away the fact that, you know, we got Rhett Lashlee. Let's just talk about players, okay? And if you just talk about players, because listen, I understand some of us were high on Enos and we thought he was going to implement the spread coast and yada yada, whatever. We all know how that turned out. But the fact of the matter is, D'Eriq King is a proven college quarterback that when he's healthy, he is one of the best college quarterbacks in football, frankly. The fact that the spread is finally going to come to Miami, and the fact that we're going to utilize what a lot of these young kids are used to playing in high school, I think is going to be, you know, tremendous for this offense. But let's just remove that. Like, remove coaching out of the equation. We got better when it comes to just talent. Okay, because guys, Jalen Phillips didn't play last year. We got Roche. We're gonna have most likely a healthy Bubba Bolden for the entire year, which Bubba Bolden didn't play the whole year.
A starter and Greg Rousseau for the entire year.
A starter and Greg Rousseau for the entire year.
By the way, I don't know if you guys saw this. They Pro Football Network did a mock 2021 draft, and they have Gregory Rousseau going 7th in the NFL draft in 2021 to the Giants.
They got him going 7th overall.
7th overall.
I see. I think. Well, I mean,
Brevin also is the first. They had him in the first rounder in the top 20. Also, they had Brevin going, I think, like 10 spots later or somewhere around there, somewhere in the teens, in the high teens. And Brevin also being a first rounder.
Another thing.
And Orange and Greenblood said that when we give his shout out, that Cohen's face lights up.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's why we do it, baby.
That's why we do it.
That's why we do it.
You got to send me a picture one day, man. I'd love to get a picture of him watching us.
Listen, and like Brett just finished saying right now, I'd even mention that, Brett, the kicking situation.
Absolutely.
Granted, you know, we shouldn't listen, guys. In ACC Coastal, okay, there's nobody that has 50% blue chips when it comes to talent in the ACC Coastal. So we shouldn't be in a nail biter. You know,
I'm sorry, dude. Orange and Greenblood says prayers for Jay Blaze.
What happened to Jay Blaze?
Yeah, Orange and Greenblood. I didn't know what happened to Jay. Obviously, guys, if something is up with Jay, I think all of you know Jay as
Jay the U Family Blaze, man.
Absolutely, man. So if something's up with him, everybody, please keep him in your prayers. What's going on? I didn't hear anything, Jay. I mean, Orange and Greenblood. I didn't hear anything about Jay.
Yeah, me neither.
So please let us know what's up with that.
What was I saying about the kicking situation? We shouldn't be in nail biters against inferior opponents, obviously. But listen, hey man, sometimes that's football. But you need a guy. You need a guy you can count on to kick, you know, very clutch kicks that can make a difference in a ball game. Frankly, and the fact that we got, you know, Jose Borregales, I think it's going to be Another huge positive. So just on the from the player standpoint in terms of talent, I think we're going to be better this year. Now, if Brett Lashley, okay, if Garrett Justice, okay, if we see some improvements in the offensive line, and listen, D'Eriq King, fellas, if he shows us he's a 2018 D'Eriq King,
absolutely,
the possibilities are endless for this team, frankly.
Orange and Green Blood, he's a firefighter and he got hurt on the job.
Prayers up,
guys. Prayers, please, everybody in the U family. I believe in the power of prayer, man. And I'm not trying to push my beliefs on anybody else, but please keep Jay and the U family Blaze in our prayers, and hope he gets well soon, and we see him back here soon. And he's part of our U family, and so please, God willing, everything turns out okay with him. I'm sorry, Junior. Go ahead, man.
100%, man. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I know a lot of Canes fans are in that, enough of the hype, show me, and to a certain extent, I'm on that boat as well.
Absolutely.
But I feel a lot better sitting here approaching spring ball than I did, prior, that I did at the end, obviously, of last season. And that's just that goes beyond just firing Dan Enos and getting somebody like Brett Lashley. That goes beyond just, going out there and getting somebody like D'Eriq King. That I'm excited because I just feel like maybe there was an issue with some of the guys. Maybe some there was,
I don't think there's any maybe about it.
Whatever.
There was some serious
I'm being nice.
Okay.
I'm being nice when I say
Andy,
this.
I'm going to get to your comment now. I'm going to get to your question now.
So I think the fact that and listen, the 2020 guys, we have some dogs, man. We have guys that want to be Hurricanes, and we got guys that, even though we lost to FIU, even though we lost to Duke, they never wavered in their commitment. And frankly, I think there are a lot of underrated guys in this class as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you like to see. But more importantly, high character guys, high motor guys that are gonna work hard, guys that you don't have to worry whether they're gonna live up to their talent because of whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like there's some guys that we got rid of. We got rid of some distractions, and I just think that's really gonna help out this team moving forward. Less distractions, just more team focused, and not enough can be said about the Ed Reed hire. The Ed Reed hire, I think it's going to add a whole different dynamic to this team, and what he's going to bring to the table, man. What he's going to bring to the table. I mean, he's not going to come in here and he's not going to run anything. He's not going to be coaching necessarily, but I think we've had a leadership issue with the Miami Hurricanes for quite some time, frankly, and I think that Ed Reed's going to help out with that, especially leadership and team, camaraderie, and players holding other players accountable, things of that nature. I think Ed Reed is really going to help out with that, and I think that's going to prove to be an important dynamic, for this team to have success. So that's the reason why they've reeled me in. Okay, and I'm not saying that we're going to win the national championship this year, but I mean, I think the Coastal, there's no reason why we shouldn't win the Coastal. And then who knows, man? Who knows what this team could turn into? You know what I'm saying? Football is a game of inches, and if everything starts clicking, the sky's the limit for this team, frankly. So
put Thomas Miles' comment up there.
See, sometimes when they're long like this, I gotta put them a little smaller. He says, should Slimpy feel better than the first-year coach is going? Yeah, going into year 2. So growth for him and the coaching staff should take place. Necessary changes were made.
Listen,
unlike Goldie and Rick being stubborn.
What was our worst unit?
Yeah,
our worst unit was the offensive line. What do we have in the offensive line? Everybody came back. So now we added high quality with Jalen Rivers. I think it's going to be high quality in the future with Chris Washington. He's not ready to play as a true freshman, but Jalen Rivers is, and that doesn't mean that automatically he gets a starting position. But Jalen Rivers is ready to play, and you're talking about a guy. And I know I've mentioned it before, but high grade point average. He's a champion in the classroom. That's a guy that is not going to be out partying the night before the game. That's a guy whose grades are going to be there, who takes it seriously. And I expect him to contribute right away. So now you have Zion Nelson now in his second year. Ja'Kai Clark now in his second year. Corey Gaynor, a year of starting experience underneath his belt. DJ Scaife, 1 year better. I mean, you're looking at Cleveland Reed came back. And you guys remember I talked about this. I loved Cleveland Reed. I loved his tape to an extent of, how can I put this? I'm trying to think of a comparable of how much I loved this tape. Okay, I love this tape even more than I love Ja'Kai Clark's tape. And I like Ja'Kai Clark's tape. You remember we talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Cleveland Reed as a run blocker even better in his high school tape. And now this getting to the point that Anthony was asking. And Anthony, here's the thing. Quincy Roche, yes, he's a 1 year thing. But remember, he might not even – he might have to split some time with Jahfari Harvey. Now, I think he's going to get a lion's share of the defensive end snaps opposite Gregory Rousseau. So, but you're looking at Jahfari Harvey's going to press for playing time. Then you're looking at Chance Williams. You're looking at Quentin Williams. You're looking at Cam Williams. And now you have all these defensive ends, which is what you want to see.
Jaden Phillips.
Wave. That's what I was going to get to. Because Anthony's question was, well, being that that Quincy Roche is a 1 year guy, next year, even if Rousseau leaves, we still probably have Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, I think we 100% have Jaden Phillips.
That's the thing. So now you're looking at having him with Jahfari Harvey, with the law firm of Williams, and Williams. And you're looking at this type of talent. Listen, one of the guys I'm most excited to see play again is Jalen Phillips. This is a guy whose talent, I mean, you talk about, it doesn't even check all the boxes. It's like, it's one of those guys that's it's like Greg Rousseau. He's such an outlier physically that you can't even compare him a lot of times to other people because he's such a freak of nature. Okay, guys, if you guys haven't had a chance, man, look at I think we broke down Jalen Phillips. Look at our video that's in our library talking about Jalen Phillips. When that dude closes in on a quarterback or even a running back, it's scary because he's the type of guy that he arrives there with violence. It's not just that, he got the sack. He gets the type of sack where you fear for the quarterback's well-being. Right. That's the type of talent Jalen Phillips has. So now you have a situation that this year, our top 4 defensive ends, that's one of the reasons I think Manny sort of helped Scott Patchen out the door, is because you look at our top 4 defensive ends, Gregory Rousseau, Jalen Phillips, Quincy Roche, Jahfari Harvey. And that's not even touching any of the freshmen.
Yeah. I don't think there should be any kind of concern on the defensive line.
No. And our secondary, listen, our starting corners are probably going to be Blades and Ivy, who both are going to be better with another year of experience. Then you have Corey Couch, I think will be covering the slot an awful lot.
We'll see.
We'll see Christian Williams. Marcus Clark, I think, could be an early. Now, Marcus, I think he needs work at the corner, so I don't think he'll necessarily be an early contributor. But by his second year, I think he has a high-end potential.
We'll see if Ivy's gonna get that spot opposite of Blades.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, obviously they have to win it, and you're going to have Christian Williams. You're going to have those type of guys. Now, the only unit I'll put it to you this way. Look at our position. Look at our team. And this is looking at it dispassionately. Now, listen, I am with those Canes fans that say we need to see it on the field first. I am with you guys. I'm not saying that that's not the case. But let's look at it position group by position group. Our quarterback situation, Much better. Okay? We got a guy who's a leader. We got a guy who, by the way, if you guys have heard and haven't seen film of D'Eriq King, it's not that he's a good running quarterback. No. He is a good running back who happens to throw the ball really, really well also. Meaning when D'Eriq King runs the ball, it's not like the mobile QB. No. It is literally a running back in terms of moves, in terms of lean, in terms of vision. Some of the runs that you see D'Eriq King make, you would want him on your team as a running back. Okay, so that's how good D'Eriq King can be. So now we have an upgrade there. Obviously, we have an upgrade with Rhett Lashley at the OC. But then you're looking at a running back position. Yes, we lost DJ Dallas. But now we have Cam Harris, another year of development, now being a junior. And then you have Don Chaney, you have Rooster, you have Robert Burns, who apparently put the injury situations behind him. So that you could say that position group is probably just as strong as it was last year with DJ. Maybe a tick lower. Okay, that's fair. A tick lower in terms of proven ability yet. I think a tick higher in terms of overall talent, but a tick lower in terms of proven ability. Okay, so now we got QBs. Our wide receivers. Yes, we lost KJ Osborne and Jeff Thomas, but now we have all these guys who are now in the third year. Mike Harley, who's now in his fourth year. Okay, and to the four freshmen that are coming in at wide receiver. Offensive line will be much better because everybody came back from the offensive line. Defensive line will be better. We lost John Garvin, but we got Quincy Roche. We got Jalen Phillips.
Okay. I know we're talking a lot about the defensive end. Seventh floor crew is asking if do our tackles concern you at all?
Let's look at our D tackles. Now you have Nesta coming back healthy. Okay, now this is his third year where you expect Nesta should make a major jump. John Ford, another year that this time he got a lot of playing time, should be better. And now you have that New York connection of Jason Blissett and Jared Harrison Hunt, who are now at the point where they're ready to contribute. Also want to include Jalor Holly, who's from Georgia, in there. Those guys, especially those two, I think could be really special as three technique tackles. Those are guys that have amazing athleticism and quickness with a 6'4", 200. Oh, I'm sorry, Endo, you're right. Jordan Miller. Let's talk about Jordan Miller. Now, another year removed of Jordan Miller, who you guys know puts in the work. Okay, just look at a picture. If you want to know who were the bad apples and who were the good apples, you can almost know sometimes by what you see with your own eyes. Look at Jordan Miller when he arrived at Miami and look at him now. It looks like two completely different people. Okay, that's how hard that young man has worked at reshaping his body. Okay, he is the strongest guy on our football team. And you see when he was on the field last year, yes, it was limited snaps, but he was our highest graded defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Okay. And now you have Jordan Miller back for another year, John Ford, Nesta, the two New York connections. So now our defensive line, I expect to be much stronger. Yes, linebacker, listen, there's going to be, when you have 2 4-year starters, okay, and Shaq and Bigney, and yes, at times they disappointed.
But before you go there, I understand the concern of experience leaving our linebacker room.
Correct.
But I will say this. We're getting a more athletic and a more talented linebacker room. So,
but remember, we felt the same way about a secondary, and we missed Jaquan's leadership big time.
No, 100%, 100%. But
we have more talent.
But let me tell you this. Okay, and for those of you that are really worried about the linebackers, don't get me wrong. Listen, hey, I wanted like at least maybe a transfer, or I wanted some more recruits. Okay, I wanted to get Keyshawn Green. Obviously, I wanted to get Justin Flo. I wanted to get guys like Trent Simpson. Whatever, we didn't get them. But we got Brooks, we got Huff, we got Corey Flagg, we got Tyreek Austin-Cave. So I'll put it to you guys like this. Consider the linebackers as experienced as they were, okay, which we might see a gap here and there. Guys, we didn't have elite linebackers. Let's just be honest, and let's just call it a spade a spade. They were decent at times. There was flashes here and there from Pickney, but they weren't like Miami Hurricane caliber linebackers that we've had in the past. Okay, we're not losing a Vilma. Okay, we're not losing a Denzel Perriman. So
Dan Morgan, we're not losing a Ray
Lewis.
Yeah,
that's already you're like Hall of Fame status. I'm not even going there. So we're not using those kind of caliber of linebackers. Are we going to see some miscommunication, some big plays given up? I mean, you go back to to Shaq, Pickney's and McLeod's freshman year, and we saw some of that. So
can I say something just to prove your point? What? I'm gonna ask a question to the chat.
And guys, I'm not taking.
I'm just saying to piggyback on your point.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask a question of the chat. Yes, we lost experience. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Running back coming out of the backfield, linebacker has to cover him. Would you prefer Shaq or Pickney, or would you prefer Avery Huff covering that running
Avery
back?
Huff, 100%. Twice on Sunday.
I was going to ask that chat that. Okay, linebacker in coverage, would you prefer Shaq Pickney or Avery Huff? Because I can tell you who I prefer.
Yeah.
And that's Avery Huff.
Talking about speed.
And people forget about Avery because of the academic red shirt.
Right.
Okay, Avery Huff is a baller, guys. Trust me, that guy is going to be our weak side linebacker come day one against Temple. Avery Huff will be our weak side linebacker.
Hey, Taz said Rousseau.
But you know what we got to do, Taz? We got to do like they did the old Bugs Bunny ones. We got to put Rousseau at all 11 positions.
Yeah. I hope we don't see Rousseau in covered as much as we did this past year.
Yeah, look, everybody's saying it's Sam Brooks or Huff.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly.
Now, mind you, again, guys, I don't want this. I don't want it to seem. I know Junior's not, and I don't want it to seem like I'm bashing Shaq and Pickney. Listen, they represented the university well.
Hey, man, I've been
saying anything negative on that.
I've been one of Shaq's biggest defenders.
Right.
I love Shaq and I love Pickney.
They're both quality dudes,
and I'm gonna miss him, man. And I'm gonna miss him. But guys, look, Savage K305 just said it. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys to read it. This is the difference. Speed kills, baby.
That's the reality of it, man.
And our linebackers need to be able to, sideline to sideline. Yeah, I mean,
Pickney was solid in coverage. That's fair. Pickney was solid in coverage. I think Huff is still a tick above that, though.
Yeah,
but Shaq, Shaq struggled. Shaq really struggled with coverage.
Put more weight on who? That was popular.
And who do you want us to put weight on?
What are you talking about, Joyner? Patrick Joyner?
Oh, Patrick Joyner is that?
He's probably talking about Patrick Joyner to put him at defensive end.
It was my understanding. I mean, the thing is, though, Endo, Patrick Joyner at DN is never going to see the field.
That's the thing.
He's never going to see the field, man.
Yeah.
So
Amari will be
at linebacker.
Amari will be nice at striker.
Yeah,
it would be nice at striker.
Yeah.
Seven Floor Kane says he wants to see him at striker. So,
and McLeod's also going to help with the experience. That is true. I
think McLeod's gonna have a good year, man. I think McLeod is really gonna help out. Like Brett said, he's gonna help out with experience, and he's gonna help out with bringing these guys up, man. So
here's the reality of it. And again, so this is not a bash session on them because I have a lot of respect for both those guys. Okay, Shaq Quarterman set the record for most consecutive games started at the University of Miami. Okay, and he barely, at middle linebacker, barely tracked the top 10 of Miami in tackles. That tells you right there all you need to know.
Yeah.
And it took 100 tackle season for him to even crack the top 10 all time. So
yeah.
Wesley, thank you so much. Wesley Shepard with the big donation.
It says, great show as always, gentlemen. I know it's early, but who do you think is your X factor on both sides of the ball and why? Great question, Wesley. And thank you so much for the donation. Go ahead, big dog. I'll let you go first. I gotta think about this one.
Yeah. Okay. X factor.
And no, you cannot pick Rousseau.
Yeah. You know, my answer to everything is Rousseau. I'm going to go with Avery Huff, Wesley. I'm going to go with Avery Huff. I think he is going to remind people of why I was so high on him. And obviously, with the academic red shirt, you know, people sort of out of sight, out of mind. I think Avery's going to see some serious playing time this year. And I think you're going to see a playmaker. So I'll go with him as the X factor on defense. On offense, X factor on offense. That's a good question. You know what? I'm going to go with Rooster.
That was going to be my second pick.
That was your second pick. Yeah. I was probably fighting with him in my mind and my other choice, which was probably your other choice too. But yeah, I'm going to go with Rooster. I think this spread offense and Knighton is a perfect match. And Rhett Lashley, you know, people forget, you know, people keep talking about air raid. You know, Rhett Lashley runs a true spread, man. He runs the ball 50% of the time. His running backs get work. And he likes using them very creatively.
Good evening, Lewis.
I think Knighton is such a perfect fit for this team. And Welfer says the French connection, Rousseau and Rocher.
Hey.
Yeah, I think Knighton's going to be. I think he's going to be a big contributor as a true freshman. I really do. I think it's a perfect fit for this system.
I'm going to go with Bubba on defense.
Bubba?
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see. I just, man, me and you, big dog. I know everybody was, you know, on the Gervin Hall and Amari Carter, and we said it from the very beginning. Where when Bubba comes in,
he's gonna be a starter.
He's gonna be a starter. So, and you guys saw why. You guys saw why in a very you know, a very short, small sample size. You saw why Bubba can be that player. So I think having
Zoe with the donation. Thank you so much, Zoe.
Thank you. I'm gonna get to him right now. Yeah. So Bubba. Bubba's the guy for me on defense. I was gonna say King, but I think that's too easy. I saw somebody said in the chat that King is it.
King is too easy. He's not really an X factor.
Yeah,
right. He's D factor.
I'm gonna go with D Wiggins, man.
Ooh, good choice.
I'm gonna go with D Wiggins. I'm expecting a big year from D Wiggins. So that'll be my X factor. Listen, he brings size, he brings speed. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We saw some of what he can do. Toughness too, man. I saw some toughness from D, especially in that Louisville game. That he came down hard on that touchdown on that ankle, and then he came right back in, man. So I see the toughness there from D. I like his character. He seems to work hard. And he has the speed, man, and he has the talent, you know, and I mean the size. So I'm looking forward to D and what he could bring to the table for sure, 100%. Let me get to Zoe. Where you at, Zoe? I was trying not to go with the usual suspects of King and Brevin and stuff like that.
Will. We understand, Will. Thank you. No, Will would say because he had some issues with Google and stuff. We understand, Will. Thank you so much, partner.
It's all good, man. Wish I could donate to you guys. I love the content. It's all good, man. Hey, Will, listen up, man. The fact that you're here with us and you're in the chat, man, you want to do us a favor, just hit that like button, and that's pretty much it, man. Just having you in this chat, man, and chopping it up with me and the big dog is more than enough. For those of you that could donate, hey, you know that's awesome as well, man. But we just appreciate you guys being in here with us and joining us on Wednesday nights, because me and the big dog, really look forward to this for our weeks, man. So Zoe says, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, Shaq, stop making tackles as soon as he started getting haircuts. Manny Diaz spoiled him.
Yeah, Shaq. I mean, listen, it's fair.
A lot of missed tackles, man.
It's there. I mean, he's
a lot of missed tackles.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. And Michael Love with the donation also. Michael, thank you so much. He says, appreciate the content, fellas. Thank you, Michael. We appreciate you. And thank you,
Michael.
For the donation.
Appreciate it, man.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me because as a person, I really like Shaq and Pinkney. I really like both of them. I think they both are outstanding young men. Okay.
What's up, number one Kane? What's up, man?
But in fairness, we have to evaluate them as football players. And as football players, they did not live up to what I thought they could be.
Me too, 7th floor Kane. We're gonna need Mallory to step up.
Yeah, we definitely need Mallory to step up and stop dropping the damn ball.
Yeah.
Shaq, yeah. Rick Bad Boy says Shaq was out of position too many times last season. That's what I'm saying, Rick. It is my expectations for them was to be the rallying point for the team as 4-year starters at linebacker, especially Shaq at middle linebacker. Now you can make a case there was that 5-game spurt during the middle of the season that he really played well. But there was a stretch before that and a stretch after that, not so much. So, listen, it's fair. It's fair to criticize that their play was not – okay, I'll put it this way. When they came in as freshmen and as true freshmen became starters, Junior and I would talk on the phone. Oh, man, could you imagine Shaq and Pinkney when they're juniors and seniors? You remember that? Actually, we included McLeod at the time, too. Because remember, all 3 of them were first-year starters. So we were like, oh, my God, these guys are starting as true freshmen. By 2018 and 2019, they're going to be All-American. They didn't develop into that.
Yep.
That's the reality of it. But in terms of as human beings, man, they were quality, they were class acts, and they comported themselves as such. So those are guys that are always going to be welcome back to the program, and they'll be Canes forever, and we'll be rooting for them forever.
Yeah.
But they did not live up to what I'd hoped. Oh, Endo Gaines with a big
Endo, man, you're still the only person that the only Junior and the Big Dog family member that I've met in person.
Yeah, we got to remedy that next year.
Believe it or not, Endo came up to me. What game was it, Endo? Oh, it was the Central Michigan game, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Was it the Central Michigan game? I'm pretty sure it was the Central Michigan game. But he came up to me and said, "What's up, man?" That was awesome. But I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna meet up with a lot more of you guys this upcoming year. So, be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna be out there. Endo with the $10 donation. Let me get to your question, Endo. What's up, Wholesome? He says, let's see y'all 2022 starters. Way too early picks by position. You can also add other. Like okay, somebody for nickel, five receiver sets, whatever. Break out the whiteboard.
I'd love to. We are gonna do a whiteboard session with Rhett Lashley's offense, man.
Oh, we have to.
I love that combination. I mean, he runs really a spread with some air raid concepts. Is really the best way to talk about the offense that he runs. But I love it, man. It's one of those offenses that a mad scientist loves, because it's just so creative, all the things you can do with that offense.
Yeah.
Anthony,
they're doing good. Thank you so much for asking, brother. They're doing good. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Big Dog, just a quick one. Just a quick one.
De'Aaron King at quarterback, running back Cam Harris, wide receivers Pope, Wiggins, and Harley, tight end Brevin, offensive line. I'm going at the tackles, Zion Nelson and Jalen Rivers, at the guards, Donaldson and DJ Scaife, and at the center, Corey Gaynor. I do think Ja'Kai Clark, Cleveland Reed, and John Campbell will press for playing time and give us added depth. Defensive line, I'm going to go. Okay, I'm going to go, obviously, Rousseau. Opposite Rousseau, man, I'm tempted to go Jaelan Phillips. I really am. Either Jaelan Phillips or Quincy Roche. At the tackle.
It doesn't count. No. It doesn't count.
I'll go with Jaelan Phillips.
Okay.
I get him more snaps total.
No.
No,
Game
the starter
one
doesn't matter. I care about snaps.
He's talking about starters.
I don't care who's starting.
He's talking about starters.
Okay, no, but he's talking.
No. But he's talking about starters.
He's talking about snaps.
He's talking about starters. He said, "Look, let's see y'all 22 starters. Way too early picks by position. Starters."
Right. I'll go on the limb and I'll go Jaelan Phillips. Okay,
so you got Jaelan Phillips starting day one. Game one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to prove to be unblockable in the spring and the summer.
I disagree, but okay.
You think it's going to be Roche?
I'm Roche there.
You put a gun to my head. I have to pick one. But could it be Roche at a 60-40? Okay, I wouldn't be mad at that. But I just have to pick one, and the upside of Jaelan Phillips is so upside that's ridiculous. Tackles, I'm going Nesta and John Ford, although you will see a lot of playing time by Jordan Miller and my New York connection of Jason Blissett and Jared Harrison Hunt. Linebackers, I'm going Sam Brooks and Avery Huff. Striker, I'm going Gilbert Frierson still. Safeties, I'm going Bubba and Gervin Hall. Corners, I'm going Blades and Ivy. Nickel, I'm going to a true nickel, not the striker nickel. I'm talking about a true nickel. Because the striker, I said Gilbert Frierson. True nickel is going to be Corey Couch. And I think I covered it all. Headley at the punter. Obviously, Borregales at the kicker. Kick returners. I know you guys don't. If he's healthy, if he recovers, I like Don Chaney at the kick returner. And I'd like to see some combination of Knighton, Pope. Although I like Pope better at the punt returner, not as a kick returner as much. So that's basically it. And then the other receivers receiving a lot of playing time. Peyton, Redding if he gets healthy. And there you go. Hurricane Zoe with donations. Thank you, Zoe. He says, I don't know what game, but we are doing a junior and the big dog meet and greet this year.
100%.
100%. So thank you.
Hey, like I said, man, all you guys got to do is get on Big Dog. Because I go to a handful of games every single year. So just get on Big Dog.
I'm going to play down for that. I'm going
to disagree with you on just a couple positions. I think McLeod starts early.
Hold on. Now that you mentioned that,
now you're gonna change it because I mentioned it.
No,
you can't change it. No. You said your starters. You can't cheat.
I have McLeod. No, because I'm trying to go off the top of my head quickly. But yeah, I think McLeod could definitely be the starting middle linebacker ahead of Brooks. Yeah, that's a good possibility. Now, it wouldn't shock me if Brooks gets plenty of playing time, but I could see McLeod being the starter there at middle linebacker. But go ahead.
Chat, you saw how he cheated, right?
Well, I had to go quickly.
You saw that, right? You cheated, but whatever. Go ahead.
I keep forgetting that McLeod came back for some reason.
You can steal my depth chart. It's all good. I'm going out on a limb, man, and I'm gonna say Christian Williams starts
instead of Ivy.
Wow,
that's strong.
Yeah,
I like Christian Williams a lot. I do. Yeah. I like him a lot. And I definitely think Christian's going to get plenty of playing time this year.
And I want to see Takori. I'm dying to see Takori on the field, man. I really am. We'll see where his weight's at. Where else I disagree with you?
I'm hoping Takori's at least 170, 175 by now.
I had look, Christian Williams agrees with me.
Yeah, Dazus, I do think McLeod will be a starter. He just slipped my mind, Dazus.
He missed that.
But I think McLeod will be a starting middle linebacker. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I say even Christian Williams
agrees that Christian Williams is going to be a starter.
Christian Williams agrees going to be a starter.
Yeah, so. Christian's the truth, man. And Christian has that length too. Ivy and Blaze, they're all over 6 feet. They're all 6'1", 6'2" guys.
I got the striker. Yeah, G3. Yeah, I'm going with G3. It's a striker position. Anywhere else I disagree with you? Oh, I have Roche starting against Temple.
Right.
It's his old team as well, big dog. So I think he gets the nod.
No, that's true. That's true.
Oh, you gonna do it again? You're gonna do it again?
No. He might start against Temple, but I'm still sticking with Jaelan Phillips. Ends up with many more snaps on the field, unless he gets hurt, obviously.
All right, whatever. Hey, look, man, we're 50 minutes in, guys. We did say this was gonna be a call-in show. Do you guys want us to just keep on doing what we're doing, or do you guys want us to take any callers? Anybody interested in calling in? Let me know, because if nobody's interested in calling in, then I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do opening the phone line? If anybody wants,
I know we had one that was gonna call in. Do you have your number? You send the number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep doing what you're doing.
No, Dasus, listen, Roche. The thing is, Dasus, watching them both on tape.
No.
If you and I were sitting in a film room, Dasus, and you watch film of Roche and film of Jaelan Phillips, Phillips is a superior player. Now, obviously, Phillips has a very small sample size because it's UCLA, the short time that he played at UCLA, and then what he did in high school. But if you look at talent-wise, Dasus, it's not close, man. It's not close. Phillips has a ceiling that's just every bit as high as Greg Rousseau's. Every bit as high. So,
wait, whose ceiling is just as high?
Jaelan Phillips' ceiling is just as high as Greg Rousseau's.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Roche's is not.
No.
Roche's is not. No. Now, I love him, and he plays relentless, and I'm really glad we got him because he's a dog. And I loved. You look at a lot of his sacks last season were effort sacks, where he got blocked and kept going and kept at him. So I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
No, Will Phillips has played at UCLA. He had that short stint that he played at UCLA. But in terms of just watching him on tape, Will, I'm telling you, young man is special. I mean, there's a reason, guys. He was the #1 player in the country. And by the way, when I saw his tape back at that time, there wasn't a discussion between him and #2.
Right.
That's how good Phillips was.
Yeah.
No, Will, absolutely in high school. But listen, that's all we have to go by. That and the short time he played at UCLA, that he was very productive. So that's all we have. Now, I'm counting on a healthy Phillips. Now, if you tell me he's not going to be 100% anymore, obviously now we're looking at a different thing. But in terms of talent, man, that Phillips is off the chart. Off the chart type of talent.
Dang, these speakers.
Yeah, no doubt, 904. Oh, you don't think Phillips would be a top 10? Now again, we're talking about ceiling now. We're not talking about if he's lessened by the injuries. Okay, but Jaelan Phillips, in terms of talent, has every bit the top 5 type of talent. Now, we'll see if it happens or not, because he hasn't proved that yet.
Yeah, I got it. I got the number, Anthony. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, guys. Because I know some people do go ahead and want to call in, man. Rules to the game. All right, we're gonna keep it short, 5 minutes max. All right, 5 minutes max, man. So we could go ahead and get as many people that do want to call in as we can. So, yeah. I always say that as like a disclosure every time we open up the phone lines.
We'll keep answering questions in the chat too.
Oh yeah, 100%. I like when you guys answer because in the chat you get more. I know. Hey, this is why we don't do the call-ins that much, because I like.
Big Will says he wants to call in too.
So. All right. So Big Will wants to call in. A lot of people want to call in, man. You're on the clock, 100%. You guys are on the clock, and I'm gonna hold myself to it, man. I'm gonna hold myself to it this time, because we always go over the time limit when somebody calls in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, man. I'm gonna put the phone number on the screen. Don't worry, man. Anybody that wants to call in, you will get the opportunity, since we are gonna keep these phone calls short, man. Don't worry about it. I'm still gonna be putting your guys' comments on the screen, and we're still gonna be interacting with you guys on the screen. So don't feel like we're leaving you guys out. All right, cool. So let's do it. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. All right. Oh yeah, and if you see somebody on the line, don't call in, man. Even though I'm gonna try to take off the thing. So there you go, man. That's the number, man. Go ahead and call in. Let me put this down here.
Gotta be a 305. Thank you, Armando. Good to see all you guys. James, what do you say? Thank you, James, for saying get the likes up. Yeah, guys, please mash that like button for us.
Yeah, man. Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. All right, hopefully it goes through. All right, so go ahead. Anybody wants to call in, go ahead. There is the phone number. Okay, hola, mi hermano. It's always good to hang out with Junior the Big Dog. Absolutely, Armando, man. All right, we got somebody calling in. What's going on? You're live with Junior the Big Dog. Who we got?
Hey, Junior Big Dog. I got to say, Big Dog, it's an honor. This is Mr. Rubicon to be on the line with you.
What do you say, Mr. Rubicon? Thank you so much always for your support, partner. I hope you know we appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you for saying that I'm pretty cool too.
How are those kids treating you, man?
Hey, they're good. I'm a little sleep deprived, but doing good considering the circumstances. But yeah, we're doing good over here, man.
So I'll tell you, man, those first couple weeks are the hardest. Once you push through that, you start getting used to it, and then you're good to go.
Absolutely, man. Getting better as time goes on. Trying to.
There you go, man. Hey, so here's my question, because I think that this is one of the biggest things, and I don't know how old you are, Junior, if you can remember really the last national championships or when Miami was truly dominant. I'm sure with your dad around, you can probably remember some of that.
He was 11. He was 11 then.
I was 11, so that's the last one that I remember.
Okay, so this is my question for the two of you, because I think that this is important. Miami, back then, we always had a couple of players on offense that were going to be draft picks. First or second round draft picks. We might have a first round running back, a second round wide receiver, a third round wide receiver, a quarterback that's coming back for his senior year, so he's a junior, and an offensive line full of fourth and fifth round picks, okay? But on the defense, bro, it was like, okay, a first-round linebacker, two first-round guys in the secondary, and two first-round defensive linemen. And that's how we beat the shit out of people. Sorry for swearing. That's how we did it. We always had the most NFL talent on the defense. Out of anyone in the country, it was us, it was Florida State, and maybe one team out of SEC this year and a different team the next year, etc. But Miami was consistent. Every year, it was just a fresh crop of nasty defensive players. And so my question is this. While I think that statistically our defense, the X's and O's, the schemes, are pretty good. I think Manny's got the right ideas, and I think he adjusts well for games. And actually, I'm not as hard on Blake as some. I'm willing to give him a year too. But my question is this. Can Manny and Blake, are they the guys that are going to get this team to be NFL loaded on the defense? And I can take the answer for that off the air.
Okay,
Mr. Right, hey, thank you so much for calling in, brother.
All right.
Thank you. Great call and great question. Wow. That's very, very. The thing is, in order to get those type of players that you're talking about, difference makers, playmakers on, game changers at that side of the ball. Now, mind you, sometimes you get game changers at that side of the ball. For example, Ed Reed's a perfect example. Ed Reed was hardly recruited at all. He talks about him being a two-star guy all the time. Our problem hasn't been recruiting. One of the things that I've mentioned before is not counting the freshman class. Not counting the freshman class, we have 9 DBs that are 4-stars. Okay, now add to that Avante Williams, very high 4-star, right? Borderline almost a 5-star. Okay, number 1 or number 2 safety in the country. Add to that a Dunson, another 4-star.
Yeah, but I think
Marcus Clark, and other 4-star. So
but
I think not just in the backfield, you're looking at 12 4-stars.
Yeah, but I think what Mr. Rubicon's trying to say is, do you see the development of them being able to be for first round draft pick? Because we could say that the talent is there.
Correct.
Now his question is, do you think that Manny and Baker and company can develop these players to make them future first round picks?
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with. Now, the thing is, and Mr. Rubicon, I give you 100%. You're correct that Blake Baker, being a young defensive coordinator, deserves at least another year in order to see how much he's learned. That being said, I do believe that in Manny. I have my doubts in Blake Baker, because Greg Rousseau ended up with 15.5 sacks in spite of Blake Baker. Because let's remember what he was doing with Rousseau. He put him in coverage a couple of times, which is ridiculous to me. Kept him at the D tackle. First off, he didn't start for five games. Didn't start until the 6th game. Then, on top of that, he put him at D tackle. Now, our best pass rusher, you're going to put him on the field where he's sure to get double teamed. Yes, it helps the outside guys, but you look at our most special pass rusher, he was when he was getting sacks from D tackle, he was beating double teams. A guy on Twitter today put one of those plays where Rousseau literally tackled the running back with the 2 guys, with the 2 offensive linemen, pushed them right into the running back. Okay, with a talent like Greg Rousseau, now mind you, it's not going to hurt him. Greg Rousseau is going to be definitely a top 10, I think a top 5, and he has the talent to be, depending on what's going on with the quarterbacks, to be as even higher than that, or as high as you can be. But he showed me a lack of understanding of how to, because remember, he's coming from Louisiana Tech. Yes, he had a player or two at Louisiana Tech, but to have a player of Greg Rousseau's level, a level of Jalen Phillips, that type of player, you have to be very creative to get to use him to maximize their ability. And he was using Rousseau in very poor ways. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he got to 15.5 sacks in spite of Blake Baker. Now, with Manny, I had confidence that he would he would develop the players. Now, you could say he didn't develop Shaq and Pinkney and McLeod the way we hoped, and that's a fair criticism. Now, is that going to be more on the players? When you see Shaq, and you're going to see it now at the combine, listen, I don't believe Shaq runs under a 4.8 at the combine. I'm sorry. On tape, he's 4.8 all day long. Okay, that's the reality. You can't play middle linebacker in the NFL nowadays running a 4.85 or a 4.9. Yeah, no. And Shaq's going to be close to that. Yeah. Shaq's going to be around that level. Now, Pinkney, I think, is going to test better. Okay, so when you look at that, when you look at those things, I think the jury is out. Will Blake be able to put our elite level talents in the best possible position? I think the jury is out, because he really didn't show me that last year. I think he misused Rousseau quite a bit, and Rousseau just got the 15.5 sacks because he's just that dude.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my feeling on that, Mr. Rubicon. I hope I answered the question the way that that you would have liked. So, or that I answered your question to your best. Yeah, I don't see Shaq running a 4.6 anywhere near a 4.6, and maybe not a 4.7. I see Shaq running a 4.8 because the jury is out. It just we'll see. Right now, the returns are not good in terms of me feeling confident in Blake Baker. So, but you're right. Young guy, he deserves another year at least to see what he's learned. So, yeah, I agree, Christian. He is going to be watching him closely. I'm sorry.
Right, go ahead, dude. Yeah, let's go ahead and open it up again. But that was awesome. Let's try to do that. Let's try. Mr.
That was awesome.
Set a great example, question, and then that's it. So let's go ahead and
No, but if they want to make some comments too, I understand.
No, I know. I'm just saying that was perfect. It was concise. It was to the
really
point.
Good. Really good.
Yeah. So go ahead, man. I opened it back up. I know some people were trying to call in. So, all right, let me see. I think we got Anthony on the line. Anthony, what's going on? You're live with Junior and the Big Dog. What's up, buddy?
Mambo, I'm going to have a show explaining the air raid and the spread and explaining the one that Rhett Lashley runs. I am going to do that. But go ahead.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Okay. What I was wondering, I think I had asked Big Dog this in the chat, but you guys weren't able to answer it. With this whole with I think Junior and Big Dog answered this, but when I look at a guy like Gregory Rousseau, he kind of reminds me of specifically Jalen Phillips. He kind of reminds me of Clavon Chason, the guy from LSU. You agree? You guys agree with that comparison?
I see some of that. I think the difference is with Jalen is that as good as, and listen, I'm not Chason's a baller. I'm not taking anything away from him. The thing, Anthony, that I see with Jalen is that closing speed that he has is frightening. It really is. It's elite. It's elite. Yes, like Rousseau, obviously different skill set. I mean, they have some similarities because they're going to play the same position. But I think, Anthony, that people, what they're sleeping on, and again, this is assuming that we get 100% of Jalen Phillips, that those injuries didn't take a toll. His closing speed is something that you don't even see every year.
Do you think he can move back to linebacker and do coverage?
He's probably athletic enough, Anthony, but it'd be misusing him. It would be misusing him because I think that's what you want. That's a Miami Hurricane defensive end.
Okay, and my X factors for defense and offense are Jeremiah Payton.
Okay, that's a good one.
And Christian Williams at corner. Because
there you go.
I see, and I see Payton as our starting Z receiver or our big body receiver, and I see Harley on the other side, and I see Polk in the slot.
Okay. I think Pope's gonna be at the slot some, Anthony. I do think he's gonna play outside the numbers too, though.
No, as a slot receiver permanently during the season. He's a permanent slot receiver.
Just slot?
What I'm saying.
I don't think you'll see that, Anthony, because Mike Harley you really need to play Mike Harley in the slot. Mike Harley's not going to be an outside the numbers type of receiver.
Harley has more short air equipment than Pope.
Correct. Pope has a lot more long speed.
Yeah.
So that's why I think you'll see Pope. You'll see Pope as an outside receiver more often you will as an inside. Oh, but he can't play the slot. Absolutely.
And listen, D Wiggins. D Wiggins is one that's gonna get some play outside. He could stretch the field, and he's taller than Harley and Pope as well. So I think we're gonna see Wiggins also on the outside. But I like your Jeremiah pick for sure. I think the talent is there. Hope.
And we're overlooking the depth at tight end as well. That's another scary thing. We can have a set with Brett Lashley's offense with 3 tight ends on the field, 2 spread out, and 1 inline as a blocker.
That could be. I think I don't expect to see a lot of 3 tight end though, Anthony. I think you're going to see some 2 tight end for sure. You'll see some 12 personnel with Brevin and Mallory in the game at the same time. But I don't think you'll see a lot of 3 tight end.
Mallory and Brevin, who's the overall better tight end, like when it comes to blocking and receiving with those 2?
Brevin is hands down has proven that he's the better one. Mallory has the higher ceiling.
With blocking?
Well, no. As a blocker, frankly, I think Mammarelli's going to put them both to shame.
Hey, Anthony, thank you for calling, bud.
Thank you, Anthony. Brevin, I think right now is definitely the better blocker. I think Brevin will continue to be the better blocker, but Mallory has a really high ceiling. Listen, guys, there's not a lot of people in the world that are 6'5" that are as big as Mallory is in terms of frame. That was running.
Yeah, but what do you think it is, Big Dog? That you did
11-second 100-meter.
But okay, but the same your same reasoning behind Rousseau, regardless of the scheme, maybe holding him back, Baker holding Rousseau back, regardless of how bad the scheme was with Enos, we just didn't see it on the field with Mallory.
We saw too many drops. We saw too many drops early on, and they lost confidence in him.
Yeah.
But listen, what we also didn't see with Mallory, and this is the reality, guys. Watch the tape. You didn't see him being covered very often, being covered well. Mallory got separation consistently. So he's a mismatch because he's a nightmare.
But he got to catch the ball, though.
That's the problem. He got to catch the ball. And he had a ton of drops this season.
Yeah.
And some really bad ones at really bad times.
But he was catching them in spring and in the fall.
Yeah, he also was productive for times. In terms of ceiling, listen, Will Mallory's ceiling, man. Will Mallory's ceiling is Travis Kelce. I mean, that's his ceiling. I'm not saying, guys, he's ever going to be that, because there's been a lot of people, not a lot, but there's been people that have elite talent that don't ever pan out for multiple reasons. So, but in terms of ceiling, listen, Will Mallory's ceiling is ridiculous. But right now, there's no doubt Brevin Jordan's a better player.
Yeah, but I don't even think it's close, Big Dog. Like unless like Will Mallory shows me otherwise, that he could perform on game day.
Right.
Like I can't say they're close at this point.
Listen, that's there's a lot of guys, man, that can look good in shorts, but when they put the pads on, you got to get it done on game day. Yeah, you got to. So.
All right, so let's go ahead and open it up again, man. Thank you once again, Anthony, for your questions and your phone call, man. All right, so lines are open again, guys. Anybody that wants to go ahead and call in, ask a question, what's up, man?
Got to remember, Brevin's 6'3".
Yeah,
that's kind of smallish for a tight end.
JLT said
you can't compare him to Gronk. Gronk was a human polar bear.
Yeah, Gronk is not human.
Yeah, he was a freak of nature. But Brevin's 6'3", guys. Brevin is your Chris Herndon, but much, much better. I'm not saying, listen, Herndon was a high round draft pick and very productive with the Jets.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing to be. Brevin is better than that, but that's the type of tight end that he is.
Yeah.
So
that's where I'm at, Wholesome. That's where I'm at. I gotta see it. Let's go. Let's go. You can have all the talent in the world, man, but if you're not showing up on game day, you're not catching footballs, you're not making the plays when you got to, man, then hey,
it don't mean anything. Don't mean anything.
Oh, let me throw in the number.
Yeah, Wholesome saying that Brevin's 6'2". I've heard people say, I know he's listed at 6'3", but that's the thing. And Austin, yeah, I mean, Brevin's a better player than Chris Herndon. But again, let's remember that comparing him to Chris Herndon isn't an insult. Chris Herndon is a productive NFL tight end, man.
Yeah, but he's
a good one.
He's way better than Herndon.
but Jordan is better than Herndon. No doubt. I think Brevin's a hands-down first-round draft pick. Mallory has first-round draft pick potential, but has not proven it anywhere near that yet.
What's going on? You're live with Junior the Big Dog. Who we got?
It's J Love T, man. How you guys doing tonight, guys?
What's going on, J Love?
What do you say, J Love?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so happy you guys are taking a call in for the call-in show. This is something I wanted to talk about, and this is the best channel to talk about it.
Thank you.
And that's supporting R2B. Big Dog, I know you're a big historian of Hurricanes football, and I know you and Junior have been following Kings football heavily the past 20 years. And what I want to say is, and yes, I was one of the Toxic fans last year that was debating the position. So this year, no matter what, let's support D'Eriq King, whether he struggles or not. Because only one QB really flourished, and that's because we accepted him, and that was Brad Kaaya. And I was speaking to an O-line recruit today, and he said, we were supposed to get a 2021 guy in California. The reason why he didn't come, this is exclusive, the reason why his family didn't let him come, they said the fan base would either make you or break a QB. He has very mentally strong to be a QB at the University of Miami. And when he said that, and I sat back, and I was like, wow, that is true. Because we destroyed, I'm being honest, we destroyed Jacory. We almost destroyed Steven. And at the end of his tenure, Brad Kaaya, we bashed Brad, calling him a statue, when the whole time it was offensive line issue. So, and like I said, I'm not being fake. I'm not going to say I'm not one of those guys. I was one of those guys last year with Jen Williams, and after I spoke to this online recruit, I want to be a better fan going forward. No matter who the QB is, from now on going forward, let's take a different approach and support him from beginning to end, because bashing him will not help. And it hasn't, to be honest, it hasn't helped for the past 15 years. Look at it. Look at Jacory. Jacory caught on fire, then he struggled, he bashed him, and he never recovered. Brad Kaaya, he struggled a little bit at the end to the point where Rick put him in the wrong system. He rather chose to go to the NFL than come back in 2 years. Look at Nkosi. Nkosi hasn't really been consistent because the fan base was never behind him. And for Jen Williams, yes, I played a huge part of it. You know, Jerry tried to catch his foot. Then after the FIU came, it was a wrap. Even though he didn't really put no information to it. And thank you guys so much. It's crazy how the universe works. Because I was like, damn, I wish I could drop this on this channel. Because I guess it's the perfect channel to drop it on. But let's support whoever it is at QB, whether they make mistakes or not. Whether they play like a Heisman or they're average. Because that's not helping. That's not helping at all, man. And have a good night, guys. And I would like to know, how do you guys feel about that? And I hope I can push this all summer.
Absolutely. Hey, J-Lo T, man, thank you so much for your wise words and for calling in and dropping some of that, man. We really do appreciate it.
Much respect, J-Lo. Much respect for what you said, man. Everything that you said was on point. 100%. You're absolutely right. I think that guys, these young men live on social media. These guys aren't, listen, I know a lot of you guys are younger, but these guys aren't my generation. They're the younger guys' generation. And when they see a lot of negativity being thrown, especially thrown directly at the players, where not just the players, but the players' families see that. And J-Love, much respect that you even said that there's things I'm sure that you tweeted out or things that you said that you wish you could take back, and that you want to be much more positive going forward. J-Love, a ton of respect to you, man, for what you said, and a ton of respect for the way that you posed what you said, and even pointing the finger at yourself, man. I respect you all the way around. Awesome phone call.
And I appreciate it, guys. And thank you so much for taking a call. And I just wanted to put that out there. And I will continue to push it all summer, no matter what. Because when the next fight start coming in, and they tell them, hey, the canvas is toxic. Make one mistake, and they're gonna have pitchforks outside your dorm room. It makes us look bad, and we're gonna start complaining that the coaches can't recruit, even though we play a big part. But have a good one, guys, and God bless.
Thank you, man. God bless you, brother.
Thank you, J-Love. Awesome phone call. Awesome. Oh, Dwayne Baker with the donation. Dwayne, thank you so much, man. Go ahead and put his comment up there.
Yeah, let me put it up here.
Thank you so much, Dwayne.
Dwayne Baker with the donor. He says, at work and finally catching it live. Great content, boys. Junior, congrats on the new blessings. Thank you, man. He says, taking a wait and see approach this year, but I still think Manny will get us back to relevancy. Go Canes.
Dwayne, you're with the sentiment that you expressed is 100% exactly how I feel also.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm with you, Dwayne, 100%. And thank you again so much for the donation, for your kindness. And I'm glad you catch us.
And don't slip at work listening to doing the big dog, right. Man. If you gotta catch us back on the replay, then catch us back on the replay, man. We don't want to, but
we love that you're here with us.
If anything happens, you make sure to tell your boss, be like, hey, but you need the big dogs on.
Hey, you need the big dog on. Come on.
Hey, you should understand. Hey, but just a quick comment on what J Love T said. Listen, you guys know, and it's well known and published, and in our videos and everything, we thought Jarren Williams was the best quarterback coming into the year, and we stuck to it through and through. Name one time that me and the big dog, after whatever game or bash N'Kosi Perry or bash Tate Martell, do we have opinions and critiques? I mean, of course we do. We're fans. We're gonna have those opinions, but calling, and not just quarterbacks, guys, players in general. And yes, I know this happens at every program. The point that J Love's trying to make is that he wants to be different. So you don't have to be like every program. We know there's a lot of pressure when it comes to being a quarterback, especially at the University of Miami, especially when you're going in, you're not just going in to be try to be a successful quarterback at a university. You're trying to be a successful quarterback at the U. Okay, is the U back? Listen, when the U is at the top, it is amazing for college football. All right, I don't care I don't care what anybody says, but it's like the Dolphins, for example. You know how much pressure.
Colin Cowherd said it, and said it nationally, and he's not a Miami guy. He said when Miami is at its best, they dominate like no other, Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, but my point is that, like Dolphins quarterbacks, everybody's coming in the shadow of Dan Marino. Now, for Miami Hurricanes quarterback, you're trying to bring the program back from being great, from being one of the top programs in the country, for competing for a national championship every single year. And you think these quarterbacks hold on,
because he's talking about what you're talking. Put his comment up there. It's very important. Austin Case. He says it, but we heard it from Elijah Roberts' mother.
Right. So what was I saying?
That you were talking about the negative comments and the negativity.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. No, because he was making that comment, and that is coming straight from a player's mother.
So they're they're trying to bring the program back, and that comes with a lot of pressure. And us as a fan base, I mean, we're desperate, man. We are desperate, especially after a year like this. Mediocre. I mean, listen, it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? But that's a very important message, man, because especially early on, we saw the Cozy Hive camp, and we saw the Jaren camp. We saw the Tate Martell guys, and it's something that I've been trying to say from the very beginning. You guys really believe that as much as me and the big dog thought that Jaren Williams, and still think that Jaren Williams is an uber talented quarterback and that he was the best quarterback on the roster, that we were seeing N'Kosi Perry out there being trotted out, and we were rooting against N'Kosi Perry? No, man. We're rooting for the University of Miami Hurricanes to win football games. I don't care if it's Joe Smo. I don't care if it's Perry, Williams, Martell, King. I do not care, man. You got that U on your side of your helmet.
You're my guy.
All I care about is a W. That's it. So the whole division, and that's what he's trying to speak to, man. It's not good. It's not healthy, man.
It's toxic.
It was always a topic of conversation when N'Kosi will get benched or when Jaren will get, and that's all people will talk about for the rest of the week. I'll disappear on Twitter because I'm just like, there is so much going wrong besides just the quarterback position, but yet everybody wants to talk about the quarterback position. It did not matter who you put in there, man. With that offensive scheme, with those play calls, with that offensive line, no quarterback was going to be successful. It just wasn't going to happen. No quarterback was going to take that team. Yes, could there have been a couple more wins? Cool, man. So you don't go 6-7, you go 7-6, or you go 8-5. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. But there were so many other problems going on with the program, coaching staff, leadership, from the top down, offensive line, other units besides the quarterback. Yeah, everybody else wanted to point to the quarterback. Oh, why isn't this guy starting? Oh, man, it did not matter, man. But what did it do? It caused division and it caused friction. And then Canes fans going after Canes fans. Yes, man, I know it happens in every single program. I'm not saying it doesn't, but J Love is just trying to spread some wisdom, man. Like just back up and stand behind whoever it is, no matter what. It helps these kids out. It helps these kids out when they're not hearing boos from the stands. When they feel like they have the support of the fan base, it's all it's gonna do is gonna help out their confidence. So I mean, how can it hurt? It can't hurt. So great call, man, and great words. So that was awesome, man.
Devontae was asking, how do we feel about Jaren transferring? From all the reports that I've gotten, peace, good luck to you. Tell you what, young man, you better mature. You better grow up fast because they are people just as talented as you are working at Burger King.
What did Ed Reed say?
If you want the perks but not the work, hit the transfer portal.
Bye.
Hey,
I don't wish no I have no hard feelings for Jaren, man. Like, was I disappointed? Yes, because I don't think that he lived up to his potential that me and the big dog saw.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think everybody saw it. Everybody saw it with the 6 touchdowns against Louisville.
They finally saw it against Louisville.
Performance at FSU. Everybody saw it, but the problem is
what it is.
What they didn't see was apparently what was going on off the field.
When news came out that he was going to transfer, my phone started blowing up.
No. Even before that, though, we made it very clear that he was being very immature.
I know, but people were like, "Oh, Junior, bye." like I'm not going to lose sleep over it. You don't want to be a Miami Hurricane? Then I don't care. We
talked about this. I've been a Canes fan since before Jaren Williams' father was born.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's that's the thing that I wanted people to understand. Richard, I actually think it was the opposite with Jaren. I think what the problem is, I think he started feeling himself after the FSU win and the 6 touchdowns. Remember, that came in back-to-back weeks. And everybody was talking about him.
He was over in that FIU game.
He was in the top 10 in the country in passer rating, and Jaren was getting all this publicity and started feeling himself. And then you started hearing these reports that he was hungover for the FIU game. There was this. There was not being prepared. It was. I mean, you started seeing the deterioration of Jaren, and with the deterioration with Jaren came the deterioration of the offense.
Yeah. So, all right, hey, just a couple more calls, guys. I gotta feed my twins soon, so you know how that goes. And last time, me and the big dog, I think we went almost 3 hours, which is cool sometimes, but the kids were going crazy, and the kids have had a rough day today, big dog.
Yeah, you got me, Richard. Yeah, did they have a rough day?
Oh man, I don't know
keep it too long.
If they're getting used to arms or passive. I don't know what's going on, but all right, we got a caller coming in. What's going on? You're live with Junior and the Big Dog. Who we got?
What's going on, Junior, Big Dog? This is D.
What's going on, D?
What do you say, D?
Man, how's the fatherhood?
It is, man. It's hard to put into words. It's hard to put into words, man. It's a blessing, and I feel like a new man with a new purpose and a new life. So it's going good, man.
Well, that's good to hear, man. Big Dog, you guys have great content. I'm a good fan.
Thank you, D.
You know, it's a good show. You guys are putting on a show, so
thank you, man.
My hats to you guys. So listen, man. Just going back, looking at the trends and the topics of what's being discussed on here. You know, I think it's just us being passionate fans. In the end, we're just tired of losing. And I don't want to say it's negativity. It's just a standard at the University of Miami, and the standard's not being met. And I guess at times we can throw our hats and talk about everything else, but in the end, you know, I think that a lot of people outside may think it's negativity, but I think it's just us as a family. We have standards, and I think those are not being met. But looking forward, I think we're looking good. So I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys feel about? I'm kind of concerned on two things. Do you feel Carter should be our starting safety? Should he move to striker? Especially now of our acquisition of our guy that just committed to safety number 1. I forgot his name.
Avante Williams.
Yeah.
Right. You think we should put Carter to striker, McLeod maybe in the middle, and then maybe we can use Huff. I like Huff. Maybe Huff, he's long, he's rangy, he can run side to side. I think he's good in coverage, like Big Dog said. Do you think that would be the ideal linebacking core? I mean, I really feel that's pretty much our weakness in our defense is our linebacker core.
That's a really good question, D. And the thing is with Amari is I think our two best safeties are Gervin and Bubba Bolden right now. I think Avante is going to be the backup free safety for sure. Amari's almost a tweener. And I think that's part of Amari's issue in that in space, he gets exposed a little bit. Okay. And yeah, he's a big hitter and he's good around the line of scrimmage. But at the same time, like for example, on the striker D, I feel more confident with Gilbert Frierson at that striker than I do with Amari.
Really? And why is that?
I think in coverage, now people remember Frierson getting beat a couple of times, one time deep against the Florida game. Again, that wasn't his fault. He actually had the correct leverage. It was Amari who was supposed to be the safety over the top when Josh Hammond got that ball. So I've seen Amari in space. He doesn't have that athleticism that you see with Bubba and Gervin and Avante for that matter. So he lacks that athleticism. Same thing. He lacks the athleticism of a Frierson, and he's a thumper, but he's not a real big guy. So you know what I'm saying? So he's sort of a tweener. Now I do think Amari is going to be a very important rotational player. I think at times we will have 3 safeties on the field with him playing that striker role. At times he's going to spell. He's probably going to spell Gervin, I would think, more than anything else. So he's going to get probably 40% of the snaps. Maybe not 40, D, maybe 30, 35% of the snaps. Amari's going to be on the field. So he's going to play a bunch. But if you tell me who's our best 11, even including a striker, I don't put Amari in there. in that best 11.
Murray in there. Oh, wow.
I don't.
I kind of agree because he's, like I said, he's good and open, but when it comes to coverage and reading a few defense, I think he was not there at the right places at the right time. So I think absolutely. And my last question, I know there's a lot of calls and you guys are doing a lot of work. You know, you guys are doing a great thing, as I stated before. But one of my questions is that the receiver coach that just came in, what is his resume like? Because my concern is our player development in the receiving core. Like Mark Pope, you know, Harley had he's consistent more or less. Wiggins, I just think that these kids have the talent, and I think what was it, Ron Duggins, whatever his name is, I don't think he was that guy. So with our receivers, what do you know about this coach that came in? Do you think he's the guy that can kind of take these receivers? Because Mark Pope is going into his sophomore, junior year or something?
Basically it's his red shirt sophomore year. Right. But he's been here. This is his third year.
So yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Like, what do you think about this guy resume? I know in the end, players are the ones who put in the work. But I think, looking at a player development standpoint, I'm concerned in that position.
I think with this hire, being that he has experience in the spread, and I think that's a key component, man, of getting players in an offense that it's going to exploit their talent and their abilities the most. And I think the fact that Lashley is surrounding himself with a staff that is very familiar with the spread, and in fact that's what Lashley is going to run. I think that's going to help these receivers. Listen, a lot of these receivers, that's what they play in high school, man. So I think a lot of them are already familiar with it. And I mean, in a spread offense, man, hurry up and listen. the speed, the quickness, in a type of Lashley offense. Now, as far as the resume, the resume is a little, I don't know. He did get fired. He did get whatchamacallit
from Arizona State.
He got fired. Herm went ahead and fired him and whatnot. So he is coming off of firing, but
he does have experience as an OC at the major college level.
Right,
has a lot of connections within the community. I mean, overall, I like the pick of Likens. I do. Yeah. But yeah, is it a slam dunk resume, D? It's not.
It's not, especially because he's hasn't stayed at one place for a long period of time, and I think that's something that, it could be good, it could be bad. In his case, I don't know. I think the fact, listen, he got fired after Arizona State beat Oregon. Right. Shortly after they beat Oregon. So it wasn't like, so that kind of concerns me a little bit, but I guess the flip coin of that is the fact that he does have experience in the spread, and the fact that everybody on the offensive side of the football right now on that staff, man, has experience with the spread. And I think the fact that that's going to be the best thing for these players, not just in the short term, but also in recruiting, man. In recruiting, especially if we have a successful offense, and the talent that we do have in the wide receiver room finally shows itself, and we just stop talking about what could be instead of what is. And I think that's gonna help us out in recruiting.
Right, the leadership and everything else.
Exactly.
Question to you two, I want to say it is that everyone has a player in mind. I just want to kind of run it to you guys. Which player is coming back, whether they're coming in as a freshman or even coming in from a returning player, who you have high expectations, just one player, we're not really going back and forth offense and defense, just one player that you have the high expectations on. Big Dog, who you have?
I'd have Jaelan Phillips. The highest expectations I have of the guys that haven't played yet, it'd be Jaelan Phillips. Because other guys like Bubba Bolden and stuff like that, we've seen already, D. But Jaelan Phillips is that one guy that I think we haven't seen that I have the highest expectations for.
Highest. Wow. Okay. That was a good. How about you, Junior?
I'm really excited for Don Chaney, man.
That's fair.
I'm really excited for Don Chaney. I think obviously we have. What'd you say?
Hopefully, a shoulder injury is all well and good come summer camp.
Well, yeah, so assuming he's healthy, man. But I love Chaney's a 5-star. I don't care what anybody says. He got downgraded for whatever reason to a 4-star, but I mean he's a 5-star, man. So I just think quickness, man. He's I love his attitude. I love he has big playability, but then we got Jaden as well, man. We got Brewster. It's crazy.
That's the best running back duo in the country in terms of signing.
But
hands down, not even close.
My pick, and I just let the next caller go, is probably Will Mallory, man. I just think that this guy is, as you guys stated, I remember him coming in as a freshman. I mean, he was running he was running fast. I mean, his sprint game was on point. He has hands. I mean, I think, using him on the spread with Jordan, I mean, Will Mallory, I think, is, as you guys said, he has the frame. He can pull up more. And, man, that's my one. I have a lot, but Will Mallory, I got big expectations for him because I think he has it. He has it.
Hey, D, but I'll tell you what, man.
Great phone call, D.
Isn't it a good thing that we have? It's hard to pick just one player that we have high expectations for. But that's a good thing, man.
Everybody across the board. But listen, go Kings, man. You guys are doing a great job. Great content. I mean, listen, look, you guys keep people engaged. You guys are humble. I mean, when I first jumped on this a couple of months back, I've subscribed. I followed a lot of people. Wholesome, he's good himself. But, I mean, everyone's good. We're all Kings family. But at the end of the day, you guys doing a great job. So continue doing it. I look forward to seeing your success and growth. Okay, you guys, God bless.
Thank you so much, man.
God bless, D. God bless. Thank you so much, D. Great phone call. The one that made me smile, I think it was, oh gosh, I want to give you credit for it. I forgot who it was that said it in our live chat.
Hey, somebody
that said if we pick a starting 11 on defense, the best 11, it'd be all defensive ends.
Who said that?
I forgot who it was. Somebody on the chat. I'm sorry, man. I wish I could give you credit. I forgot who it was that said it, but somebody in the chat said, joking around, that if we were going to pick our best 11 on defense, it'd be 11 defensive ends.
Hey, man,
that's true.
You ain't lying.
That's true.
Hey,
that's
somebody.
Concrete. It was Concrete that said it.
Oh, that's what he was.
Concrete said it. That's right. It was Concrete that said it. Now I remember.
Hey, somebody. We're gonna go ahead and take one more caller, man, for the night. You've been blowing it up. I see it. I keep on missing it, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, man. I'm not gonna say your number on the live, but you know who you are because you've been blowing it up, man. So the phone line is open. Go ahead and call in. I'm not sure exactly who it is, but I know they've been calling quite a bit. I think they really want to get in here, so we'll go ahead and take that last phone call, depending on how long it is. Maybe we'll take one more. I think number one Kane will go ahead and put his number in here. But you know who you are, man. You've been calling in quite a bit. I haven't been able to get to you. I'm not sure exactly who it is. What's going on, RN? Hey, D, by the way, thank you for the kind words, man. We really do appreciate that.
Great phone call, D. Thank you so much. And God bless you and yours, man.
All right, who we got? Call in, baby. Phone line is open.
You say RN. Vincent says we need a tackle to replace Zion. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I mean, Zion was put in a horrible position, gaining so much weight so quickly, and then having to start at the left tackle. And oh, by the way, the first day out of the chute, you have to play against two defensive ends that are going to be high draft picks in the NFL, and Greenard and both of the defensive ends for Florida. But
hey, Kyle,
I think we'll see a much better Zion this year. Let's see what he happens with him.
Kyle says, "Hey, Junior, my life is about to change also for the same reason."
Oh,
man.
God bless, Kyle.
Kyle, wait till it happens, man.
God bless, man.
Something you can't put into words, man. I love my babies.
And congratulations. Yeah, J Love, they definitely set up Nelson for failure. He really did. Listen, in a perfect world, he wouldn't have had to gain that weight so quickly, and he would have redshirted. And then maybe we have a completely different opinion of Zion. So we'll see the Zion that we see this year. Zuniga, thank you, Mambo. Was the other one. It was Greenard, the transfer from Louisville, and Zuniga.
So that's it, man. No more callers. We're done.
We're good.
I don't know.
Yeah, Stunna says we can't have our tackles looking like powder puffs out there, big dog. You're 100% right, Stunna.
Not just powder puffs. Powder puffs.
Listen,
with concrete.
I'm really
concrete in their shoes.
I've always loved players that do it everywhere, that do it on the field, that do it in the practice field, that do it in the weight room, that do it in the classroom. And we have some special dudes, and one of the special dudes that we have in this class is Jalen Rivers. Jalen Rivers is one of those guys. He has a grade point average. That's that ridiculous grade point average that is more than an A because of honors and AP classes. Jalen's grade point average in high school was like almost a 5. And smart young man, hardworking young man, 6'6", long arms, checks all the boxes. And I know people say, well, they see a right tackle, not a left tackle. I see both. And Jalen Rivers, I think, is going to be special.
He will be a future left tackle. I'm going to tell you that much.
I believe so. That dude is special. Jalen Rivers is special. And we're going to see a better Zion this year.
No, I think so.
And so,
it took. I mean, we saw him get a little bit better as the season wore on, but
yeah, he did. He got better.
You gained 40 pounds in a matter of months, my friend, and you're coming out of high school.
Guys, I don't know if you know. I went from the age of 12, I was 5'4", and by 14, I was 6'1", and I can tell you that it took a while for everything to catch up. Obviously, when it did, then it was ridiculous. I was really
we got to call her
mature at 14, and the things, Mambo, Jalen Rivers is a special young man, man. Special young man.
What's going on? You're on with Junior the Big Dog. Who we got? Oh, somebody from California, man. What happened? ¿Qué pasó? I don't know what happened. Call again, man. Man or woman, whoever it was. I don't know. I can't. No, we got some females that watch our show as well. Oh, there we go. They're calling again. Hello.
But anyway, we were talking about that. There we go. We got him on the line.
They hung up again. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, he didn't know. He didn't know he was on the line.
Nah, I think he did. I don't know. I think they got our show in the background.
And Florida boy, the reason I mentioned that growth spurt is, Zion gained 50 pounds, man. He gained 50 pounds in a matter of months. It takes your body a while to catch up to that difference in size. So Zion was put in about the worst possible situation. Now, mind you, he obviously struggled big time, especially early. He did get better towards the end of the season. But yeah, his struggles were horrific for us. But at the same time, you don't want to put a guy who has to gain 50 pounds out there day one against Zuniga and Greener. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, and that Richard, it was 50 pounds in what, 6 months? He got to us in January. He was one of the 3 early enrollees. And by August, 6 months. And by August, he was 290. He came to us at 240.
We got somebody, looks like Orlando, possibly. Let's see who we got. What's going on? You're on with Junior the Big Dog. Who we got?
What's happening, man? This your boy, Stunner Boy Canes. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Stunner Boy?
I'm good. I was gonna wait till next week to call you guys. I was like, man, let me hit my boys up.
Thank you, Stunner. Thank you for calling.
What's good with you, man?
Yeah, nothing much. What's going on? I call y'all cousin Junior, Uncle Big Dog. I be telling my boys this job about y'all all the time.
I need a Stunner. I need you to be my nephew. I only have in our family. It's so many girls. I have a ton of nieces. I have one nephew, and he's actually living with me. So I only have one nephew.
Hey, it's kind of like that over here too, Uncle Big Dog. I got a lot of females in my family, a lot of aunties and everything. So I have no problem being your nephew, man.
There you go. So I'm gonna adopt you. That's it. It's done. It's a done deal. You're adopted.
Yes, it is. Welcome to the family. No, I just wanted to call in real quick, just say, hey man, I love you guys' content. Keep it up, man. I'm always been a big fan ever since you and your son started, man. And just keep up the good work, man. You know, I always look forward to just listening to y'all on the phone and even on YouTube. I have breaks at my job to listen to the playback and all that, man. So just want to continue to support you guys. A big blessing as always, man.
Hey, Stunner Boy, you're always in here, man. You're always supporting us, man, and making us laugh as well. So we appreciate your support and always jumping in here, man. We really do appreciate that.
Stunner, it means more than you could possibly know. It means a lot to us. Thank you.
What's up? You don't got no questions, Stunner, man? That's it? You got nothing?
I mean, everybody pretty much answered all the questions.
No, Stunner, listen, I love the phone call, man, and you're my nephew, so you can call anytime. And I can't even put into words the things that you said, what it means to Junior and I. When we talk off air, one of the things that we talk about is, man, it has been such a blessing to have that group, and you're part of that group of guys that's always with us, and that type of closeness that we've developed with you guys, man, that's been such a blessing that we did not expect. And thank you so much.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem, Uncle Big Dog and Cousin Junior. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep up the good work, and I'll definitely be calling again soon, man. And it's all about you. All about you.
Yes, sir.
All about that, you, Stunner. Thank you so much.
Hey, blessings to you and yours, man. Hey, Stunner. No. Hey, Stunner. Once you gonna get married?
Yeah, I'm still engaged, man. I'll definitely keep you guys posted up and everything. I'm right here in Central Florida, man. So
okay.
We don't have no kids yet, but my fiance got my head running around. Cause every time I try to make suggestions about wedding and plans and everything, she'd say, "No, it's good, but it's not good." So, I ain't got no control over that.
Hey, I know exactly what you mean, man. Don't even worry about it.
The wedding is definitely for them. They're the ones that drive that ship. But congratulations, Stunner, to you and your fiance, man. Enjoy it.
Hey, I appreciate it. Definitely keep you guys informed when we actually have a date, man. And we'll let you guys know, man. But yeah, I'm just getting home, so I'm gonna get ready to settle down and chill out and enjoy the rest of you guys' show. And like I said, man, much blessings to both of y'all. Y'all keep up the good work, and definitely got family and me. Y'all keep it up, man.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night, man.
Stunner. Thank you so much, man. That was awesome. Awesome phone call, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. All right, so we'll end it on that note with Stunner.
Yeah, you can't add more positive than that, man. That's awesome.
No, you can't.
That's the one piece of advice I will tell people, man. When you're engaged, don't let the stress of the wedding take away from your enjoyment, man. Make sure you guys take time out to enjoy it, because sometimes the whole stress of planning the wedding and and all this stuff, man, a lot of people sometimes let it get to them.
Oh, but Stunner Boy sounds like he's just like, all right,
chilling, man.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Have your day.
Hey,
have your day. That's the
happy
smartest
wife, happy life.
That's the smartest decision you could possibly make. Whatever she wants at the wedding, it'll work. It'll work.
Whatever you want, baby. It's all good. Hey, man, but we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, man. If you guys have made it this far into the video and you're not yet subscribed, man, please subscribe to Junior and the Big Dog. We don't do car shows often, but we do them sometimes because it changes it up a little bit, and we do like interacting with you guys on the phone. giving you guys a chance to call in and voice your opinions and whatnot, and just putting a voice to the name at the very least, man, means a lot to both me and the Big Dog. So we do love our. I know we got some more people trying to call in, man. We will do a call in show again very soon. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, man. But like I was gonna say, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, man, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime me and the Big Dog do upload a video. Our lives are every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, man. If you guys haven't already, man, please hit that like button. It'll really help us out in the YouTube algorithm. Push this video up, get it shared, get our subscribers up. We got to get our subscribers up, man. It's kind of plateaued a little bit, man. So spread the word and get more people to join the Junior and the Big Dog family, man. As always, man, thank you so much for everybody that went ahead and called in and participated in our show tonight. We value
Logan with the donation. Thank you so much, Logan. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know if you see him.
Yeah, I saw him. We value your opinions, your input, and your kind words, man. As much as Big Dog always says it, man, and as much as I always try to say it, your comments, your kind words, your positivity, the love you guys show us, I mean, gets me, no matter how tired I am with my twins, no matter my work day, no matter Big Dog's schedule and everything he got going on. We know we have a commitment to you guys because you guys, go out of your way to really help out me and the Big Dog. So it's the very least that we can do, man. We really do appreciate it. $5 donation from Logan before we do go ahead and get out of here. I'm running out of breath here. He says, hope I can get a call next time. 100%, Logan, man. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you know. And I got your number, so I'll shoot you a text to let you know when we're going to be taking calls, man. Maybe we don't take a bunch of calls, but maybe we just take maybe only a couple calls every show or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know, but because I know sometimes this went on for quite some time, and we tried to get as many people as we could to go ahead and call in, man. But I really enjoy it, man. I really enjoy it. I know a lot of people in the chat don't like calling in, and you guys do like how me and the Big Dog interact with you guys in the chat. So I understand we're not gonna have every single show being a call-in show, but we do like hearing from you guys. And like I said earlier, putting a voice to the name. So yeah, man. Hey, it was awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And yeah, we'll be joining you guys next week. A week closer to finally the start of spring, where we can no longer talk about the what ifs, but we actually start to hear, see, and see what it's gonna be about. Once these guys put on some pads and see how things start to look. So we are very excited for that. So yeah. You guys,
and excited, just excited to see Endo Gaines had a comment before when we were talking about X Factor. He said De'Aaron King's going to be the ABC, XYZ, and every other letter factor, and absolutely that's true. And McLovin with a really nice comment. He says, where's the love button? Because he loves us. He loves our show and stuff. And thank you so much, McLovin.
We love you,
all you guys. Yeah, all you guys. Das Host. I know that you're in a completely different time zone and in a completely different area and country. And man, it's a blessing that you join us too all the time. You guys, I'll tell you what, man. I wouldn't trade anybody's family and core group of people that we have. You guys are the absolute best, and you're all a blessing. And just like what Junior said, man, I echo his sentiments entirely. Oh, you're in the 305, Das Host? For some reason, I thought you were at. Maybe it was one time you were traveling, or maybe I have it confused. Das Host.
You're already kicking.
He's in Broward. He's in 954.
You're kicking the shoes out of the country, Big Dog. Like,
apparently, because of some reason or other, I thought he was from further away. But you guys know we have people actually from Botswana. We have Martin. We have somebody from Holland also.
Worldwide,
but anyway,
the Miami Hurricane family extends worldwide.
But you guys are all a blessing, man. You all are a blessing. Yeah, that's what it was, Das Host. You were traveling. Thank you. It makes me feel better then.
Thank you.
It wasn't me. He was traveling at the time.
Thank you for making him feel better, man.
Yeah, because my long-term memory, I can tell you who was our right tackle in 1974. But you tell me what I had for lunch yesterday. That I can't remember for some reason.
Well, he might have been traveling from Broward to Dade. I mean, it takes almost just as long like to get to somewhere like Orlando with the traffic, the way the traffic is down here. So that is traveling.
God. Man, I lived there. I lived down south, in South Florida my whole life. I'm Miami.
Usted es un cubano de Hialeah, chico.
No, I mean, I lived in South Florida. I mean, I was born in New York, but I lived in South Florida 40 years of my life. So, I mean, that's home to me. And when I traveled down there, like when Junior had the twins, the traffic in South Florida, man, I can't. After being in Ohio as long as I've been, I go, man, I get stir crazy with that traffic in South Florida. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you have a place that's 10 minutes away and it takes you half an hour to get there. It's a pain. It's a pain. But anyway.
Hey, Chuck Mobir, what's up, baby? Hey, we're not leaving because you're coming in here, Chuck Mobir.
Yeah, Chuck.
We were leaving before you got in here. He said he was checking in from work. Hello, you family.
Hialeah in the house.
Hialeah, baby. La ciudad que progresa.
Progresa.
Como siempre.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, man.
All right, guys.
He's from
Leyung.
He's on Leyung. Leyung
y la Leyung. Yes, Leyung. Leyung en la 42. Leyung en la 42.
No. He says la 49.
La 49 is 103rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 103rd. Yeah.
All right, man. So,
all right, guys.
Time to go feed my kids.
Yeah, love you guys and thank you so much. And everybody have a great night. And as always, it's all about this you. Put them together, Junior. There you go. Good night, everybody. Love you guys. Oh, I like it. I like it.
Good night, guys.